Obviously, we are now into February, but a couple of days ago, when we were still in January, this person left this comment. January seems to be dragging on. What's today? The 71st day of January? January does that every year, right? It's every year. You're done with the excitement of the holidays, right? You've gotten through Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all of that stuff that occupies your brain for the month of December, and your bank account for that matter. All that stuff that occupies your brain for the month of December is gone. The excitement's gone, but you're left with the cold. You're left with the gray weather conditions and not a lot of outdoor activities, at least if you live like where we do in the northern states. And you're into the new year and you're like, all right, let's get into the new year. And then January just fucking drags. It drags for the school kids that go back after a couple of weeks off at the holidays. It drags for the people that had some time off that they burned at the end of the year. Maybe, you played your cards right and you saved up your time off and you were able to take a couple of weeks off at the end of the year, and now you're just into the drudgery, drudgery.
Is that how you say it?
I don't fucking know.
The
The shittiness of January, and it just sucks, and it's like it seems like it's going to take forever to get there, and then you get to February and you're like, okay, January's over, we can do this, and it's a short month, right? And then you get to the end of February and you're like, wow, that went by fast. But then you're still left in the cold. March is still chilly. The spring hasn't sprung yet. We haven't gotten into any of those long weekends that the summertime offers us between, Memorial Day and Labor Day and everything in between. January just always sucks. And for me, when I was landscaping, like when I would get to the end of September, I would start looking forward to shutting it off for the wintertime, right? I enjoyed the leaf season, as we call it, picking up the leaves for all my customers, October into November. But by the middle of November, I was done. I wanted to shut it down and enjoy a little bit of a break. And by the end of January, I was always chomping at the bit to get back outside, get back to work. And it seemed like it was just taking too long to get there. Now it just seems like, I don't know, there's like nothing going on in January. It drags ass. It doesn't really do anything for you. There's nothing going on. It's cold as fuck. And you've spent all your money in December. And it fucking, like, you can't even get on a fucking plane and go somewhere because it just fucking sucks. Which is why Renee and I always took vacations in February, right? If we could get away to Jamaica for a few days, 10 days in February, you get away from the cold for 10 days, and by the time you get back, you're kind of refreshed, and then you got like a month and a half of shitty weather to go before it starts to pop off again. So you're not alone, man. Everybody hates January.